Am I the a-hole for turning down a request to attend my sister's daughter's birthday and make her a cake? I went no contact with my sister 8 years ago after learning she was having an affair with the guy I was engaged to at the time. It was not the first time something similar had happened. When we were teens, yes, I know we were teens, there was a guy I really liked and we'd been flirting a bit and building up to something. I would confide in her about it. Then she went and slept with him and told me she wanted to test him out for me. At the time I let it go. We were sisters. I wasn't actually dating the guy. But it stung that she would do that to me and be so casual about it. But we were both young. I met my ex when I was 20, we started dating when I was 22 and he proposed to me after 18 months. We were engaged for a year, had started planning the wedding when I learned they had been together for 5 months. Not just having sex either but going out on dates, sneaking around to spend time with each other, sleeping in my bed. She even brought him into my childhood bedroom and had sex with him on my childhood bed while our parents were out of town. She had no remorse until I found out. Then she broke down, told me how sorry she was, how she hadn't realized how much it would hurt me, and that she needed me to forgive her. I told her that I hated her and I wanted nothing more to do with her. She begged and pleaded. Even went as far as showing up at my job to try and make me forgive her. Even after she moved him in with her, yes, I broke up with him too and he proposed to her, she kept trying. I told her she might be forgiven when she was dead, but not to hold her breath on that. I have no relationship with her anymore and am not open to one. She has 3 kids with him now. Not sure if they are still together. But her oldest turned 6 recently and my parents had mentioned how she wanted to know me and how she'd spoken to my sister and everyone would love it if I went to her birthday party, her 6-year-old included. I said no. My parents said they'd even pay me to make her a birthday cake since I do that as a side gig. Again I said no. They told me how she wants to know me and that my sister would let them facilitate it. I said I was not interested. My sister reached out to me on Messenger and begged me to come. She said her daughter knew all about me and wanted to meet me and have her aunt in her life. I ignored my sister. My parents were furious when the party came and went and I stuck to my word. They told me I should have gone and I should make an effort to have a relationship with her. Am I the a-hole? Am I the a-hole for telling my dad that his girlfriend needs to apologize to me? My, female 26, dad has been dating his girlfriend for about 19 to 20 years. Yes, just dating, they still live in separate houses. Long story short, I got married this past summer and leading up to my wedding my dad's GF kept making comments to my dad and her daughter, thinking they wouldn't tell me. That she thinks that I'm just a child and shouldn't be planning a wedding on my own because I'm going to forget many key details. As the wedding planning continued she did not approve of the decisions we were making because we did not want a traditional wedding, we just wanted fun and simple, but his GF said that is not how weddings work, there are guidelines we need to follow. The rules we weren't following included the fact that we were doing potluck style and asking our guests to bring a dish in lieu of a gift. Or the fact that I was having both my mom and my dad walk me down the aisle together and we were only having immediate family and our bridal parties at the ceremony and having the rest of the guests meet at the reception hall afterwards. During the wedding planning she had made comments stating that she thinks we should not invite her siblings or parents to my wedding because she feels embarrassed for them to see the way we were having our wedding. Even though they've been in my life for about 20 years. And I did end up inviting them anyways. Now flash forward to my wedding day. 1. Leading up to the ceremony family members had overheard her saying to her daughter that there is no way my dad and my mom should sit together at the ceremony. 2. During the signing of papers in the ceremony, she stands up and walks up to the table and says the tablecloth doesn't look right and she needs to fix it. 3. When guests were bringing in dishes at the reception, there hit a point where she told guests to put their dishes back in their car because it wasn't needed. 4. Many friends and family members overheard her shit-talking my mom during the reception and judging the dress my mom chose to wear etc. My mom looked beautiful. I have not talked to her since the wedding because I am so upset at how she handled the situation and the fact that she was shit-talking my mom and my parents have a very amicable relationship. My dad keeps saying that I should reach out and smooth things over with her and then continues to tell me that she's still complaining about how we chose to have our wedding and it was 3 months ago. All our other guests and family have said they loved our laid-back style wedding. The main reason I'm wondering if I'm the a-hole is because she has brain damage from an accident that happened about 5 or so years ago and yes, it has changed a lot of things about her, but IMO the way she treated me and my family and my wedding is not out of character for her even before the accident. She has always been entitled, judgmental and opinionated. So am I the a-hole? Am I the a-hole for giving my brother and his wife 2 days to return my piano? I, female 32, developed an interest for piano after meeting my late husband who was a piano teacher for 7 years. He taught me to play it and he helped me buy one, used one, but still a bit expensive, 2 years ago. I play it every day. After his passing, 6 months ago, I just find comfort spending time playing. However, my brother and his wife, who came to stay with me for 2 months after losing their apartment, always complain about the piano noise, although I only play at daytime. Sil and I started arguing more frequently and my brother told me to only play it when they're out, but I refused. Yesterday, I was out with friends for the day, then I came in the evening, I found that my piano was gone. Turns out my brother had moved it to a friend's garage, I don't know which friend, while I was gone. I blew up at him and yelled that he had no right to touch it or move it. His wife said they did this as a last-ditch effort to get some peace and quiet in the house. My brother reassured me that he'll give it back once he finds his own place and I get to live alone and play the piano all day long. He was sarcastic in his last line and couldn't take it. I told them to pack and leave my house because they were no longer welcome after this. He freaked out and tried begging me to take it easy and be more rational, but I threatened to call the police if they refused to leave. He took his family and left, the piano still isn't back and they're saying they'd give it back if I agree to let them move back in, basically wanting things to go back to how they were when they were complaining about the noise. They believe that what happened was a misunderstanding and every one of us mishandled the situation, so they want to start new. I lost it and told them they have 2 days to return it or I'll call the cops on them. Mom is pressuring me to take them back, saying it was my fault for not have any consideration for them as my guests to begin with, but I refused to take them back and put my foot down on the timeline I gave. Now I'm being called irrational and cruel to kick my brother out, watch him struggle and refuse to let him move back in, and choosing to escalate this to the authorities when I could just let them move back in and I get my piano back.